Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Hope you guys are really well. I haven't been on screen at all really, have I, during this time. I'm just enjoying sort of kicking back and just showing the cards. You can see me in a little square. If you're looking at the box and you can see a girl with a cheesy grin and cards, that's me, Carol. Okay, usually I am on screen, but lately I've just fancied just showing off the lovely decks that I've got so you can really take a good look at everything. So, we're doing a week ahead, 1st to the 7th of June. Happy June, everyone. And we're going to use 3 different decks. The Golden Wheel, I've had this ages, just haven't used it for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why, but it's such a nice deck. So I started using this for my clients last week and it's just a really nice deck. We're also using the Gilded Tarot Royale. This is a new deck. Got this about a week and a half ago also. Ciro Marchetti and Barbara Moore. Text by Barbara Moore. It's really, really nice. Really love using this deck. And also my trusty old mucker, the This Might Hurt Tarot deck by Isabella Rotman. I'm going to have to get another deck of this. I'm going to have to get a backup copy because this one's getting a bit ripped on this. Not ripped, but it's getting a bit crusty on the sides. Because when you use tarot so much, your edges get really kind of funny and worn and that type of thing, and it was actually a really nice edged, you know, deck. It had like a lovely kind of blue kaleidoscopy type thing, but now it doesn't look like that anymore because this is the deck I use the most, especially with private clients. I use this one the most. I love this deck, so we're using that. I thought for spiritual advice, just advice for the week, guys, we'd use the Crazy Sexy Love Notes by Chris Carr. Bought this a few months ago, haven't used it as much, but I'm sure it's going to work out really well. So guys, sit back, relax and enjoy. Hi Aries, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead reading. So we're doing from the 1st of June, which is Monday, through to the 7th of June, which is Sunday. So we're going to look at this week, career, general reading, career and also love. So what we're doing is we're going to use for your general the Tarot of the Golden Wheel, for your work stroke career the Gilded Tarot Royale by Ciro Marchetti, and we're using for your love reading the This Might Hurt Tarot by Isabella Rotman. Okay, let's get shuffling. Okay, Aries, we've got the cards down. Let's have a look for your general reading this week. So the universe is saying something about choices and options with the 7 of Cups, because the 7 of Cups can mean several things. An illusion is one of the words. Smoke screen. So this can show when somebody's hiding something. You know, this can show when somebody's trying to do something in a very covert way. For example, somebody might be watching you online if you've got the 7 of Cups coming up with, say, for example, the Page of Swords. Or this can be somebody who's got a lot of choices and options and decisions to make. So let's have a look at the next one. The 4 of Pentacles energy. So secure. So the 4 of Pentacles is all about security, financial security. I mean, it could be saying something like there are lots of options for you to choose between. Maybe this is in terms of becoming financially secure with the 4 of Pentacles showing it. Or maybe something, this security that you feel right now, Aries, it might be that you're under a bit of an illusion that something is secure. Let's have a look at the next card showing here. You've got the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is a home move, or it's movement, or it's, you know, it's travel, for example. I see the Knight of Wands is moving out of that 4 of Coins energy. So I think there are lots of ways, in a way, with this 7 of Cups energy. Because the 7 of Cups, you can also use the word, there are lots of ways. So I think there are lots of ways here. Okay, lots of ways for you to, with this Knight of Wands, move out of this 4 of Pentacles. Now, the 4 of Pentacles can also be a card that shows somebody is stuck in something. Okay, so the 4 of Coins, on the one hand, if it's aspected really well, it can show that somebody's happy, they're secure, they're financially secure, they're, you know, they're stable, all of the rest of it. But on the other hand, I've got a movement card here, the Knight of Wands, and it's clear to see that that Knight of Wands, there might be security here, but there's this Knight of Wands wants to move out of this. They're tired of living in the, you know, in the cage. And with the 4 of Coins, there is a reluctance often to come out of the safety zone. So there's lots of ways that you can remove yourself or you can leave the safety zone, because there are cards that indicate, you know, being too safe. 9 of coins is one, 4 of pentacles is one. Let's have a look at the next one. King of Swords, Aries. So maybe there's a need to get some advice. King of Swords is an advisor. Maybe there's a need to get some advice, to get some information. King of Swords energy. The 9 of Swords. So the 9 of Wands energy. So the King of Swords, sometimes this would be a security guard showing here. The King of Swords and the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands is a card that says, I mean, if you look at this guy here as well, it's raining and he's still standing. He's still protecting his borders. He's still standing his ground. He's not giving up. This is a card about perseverance as well with the 9 of Wands energy. So this person is very kind of protective of their territory. Okay, so I just get the impression that you need to get some form of advice on how you can protect what you have right now if you should leave this. That's what I'm getting here, because I think that this is a week for looking at what your options are, Aries, because I think that some of you guys are want to leave behind something that has been quite secure. It's not to say that this is being bad, it just means that you want to change. You want to change from that 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles is security and stability. So there's something that has provided you with a lot of stability, I think, with that 4 of Pentacles. But I think that with the 9 of Wands energy, your focus is on how you leave that thing that has provided, and more than likely for some of you Aries, this thing has provided you with financial stability more than likely, because that's what the 4 of Wands is. So I think this is a week where in general the universe is saying, you know, you need to look at what your options are, because really what you really want to do is you want to leave behind something that has provided a lot of financial security. Maybe you could talk to someone here with the King of Swords energy. Maybe you could get some advice on how you can protect what you've already built up, perhaps, how you can protect your territory, even if you're not doing the same thing. So I think that this 9 of Wands is more about protecting the assets that you already have. How do I protect what I've built? How do I protect the brand? Or how do I protect, you know, the money? Or how do I protect my territory if I'm not there? You know, it's almost like being in the home, 4 of Pentacles energy, being at home all the time, and then you decide to go out and leave your home unaided, without any protection of the 9 of Wands, and thinking, oh my God, I'm not in the home, so is my home protected? Maybe I need to get some advice on how, should I get, you know, security in? Should I get, you know, it almost feels like you need to ask for how you can protect what you've already built, because I think that something that you've done in life, Aries, I would say, has probably afforded you some great financial rewards. But I think that you're tired of it. And I think that you're ready now to kind of you know, not just leave it behind for a little bit. But I do feel with this King of Swords that you really need to kind of be thinking and talking with someone who can advise how you protect what you've already built. So really, we're talking about damage limitation, I think, here. You need to speak to someone on how you can limit the amount of damage that you would do to something that you've already built if you're not there to necessarily protect it. And there's all sorts of options and all sorts of ways that you can do that. Let's have a look in the work area. What do we see here? So we've got the Hangman. So something that was delayed maybe or held in suspense with the Hangman energy showing here. The Page of Pentacles, you might be receiving some news about that. That's to do with work. So it might be that you applied for something, you didn't hear about it. But I think with the Page of Coins, it feels like you're going to get some news on this, because this could be news about a job, and it feels like it was held in suspense. So I think something that had been held in suspense concerning work, you're going to get some news on this with the Page of Pentacles energy showing there. But I feel that with the 8 of Swords, there might be a little bit of frustration here with the 8 of Swords energy showing here. Again, the Knight of Wands energy about, or you might kind of be a little bit kind of reluctant with the 8 of Swords showing here to move with the Knight of Wands, because the Knight of Wands is moving. So moving, the Knight of Swords moving too fast, I would say, because the Knight of Swords is a very fast mover and the Knight of Wands is moving. So you might be kind of a little bit confused or reluctant or even fearful with the Ace of Swords, with the 8 of Swords energy about moving too fast. I think some of you guys are probably already in something, all right? That's what I'm getting here, because why else would you, if you weren't in something already in terms of work, Why would you be so afraid of moving too fast in this? Okay, why would you be so, you know, why would you be so afraid of doing that, you know? So I think that there's something that had been delayed in work, but you're getting a message on that. You're getting some news on a job that had been delayed. You'd applied for it, you hadn't heard about it, but you get news. And as soon as you get that news, you're like, oh, great. But then you're like, oh, man, I'm feeling powerless at the moment, though. I'm feeling reluctant. I'm feeling a bit fearful. You got a lot of fearful thoughts about moving Knight of Wands, probably moving from what you're already doing right now too fast, I think, with that Knight of Swords. You don't want to make any mistakes. You don't want to just jump into it. The opportunity, I think, becomes available now, but I'm getting in terms of work that you're probably a little bit reluctant to move in too fast. Maybe you're afraid that it doesn't work out or something like that. Finally, for love, what have we got? Well, we've got the Queen of Cups. That could be somebody around you, Aries, a water sign individual, male, female, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancerian. Usually she's a Cancer, though, this lady is here. But either way, it doesn't matter. The Queen of Cups could be an individual here. But I feel that there's an avoidance here, showing up here. So I'm seeing maybe, Aries, you're avoiding this individual here showing up. The moon. So the moon, there are many hidden things. There are secrets with the moon energy showing here. And also there's a deception. There's lots of deception. There's secrecy with the moon energy here. The Nine of Cups energy. So Nine of Cups is happiness. Five of Coins energy. So putting on a happy face, though feeling rejected. So, I mean, this could be someone, Aries. This could be another individual. Maybe some of you guys are avoiding this individual here. Maybe with the moon energy, you've got kind of some fears about this person. So it could be that this week, some of you guys are avoiding this individual here. Maybe there are some worries here with that moon. But the Nine of Cups is a card where you put on a happy face despite feeling rejected. Because I'm getting a rejection here. So it may be that this person here is rejecting you. Maybe for some of you guys, this person is, I mean, I can see that the Seven of Swords is running away from her. I can see it because she's all love. You know, she's opening up her heart. She's in love. Or maybe this isn't a person. Maybe this is you. We'll read it in two ways. I feel that if you are opening up your heart to someone here, Aries, and you're saying, look, I really like you, but you're finding that this person is avoiding you, because this is avoiding that queen. So she doesn't always, you know, just because we've got a Queen of Cups doesn't mean it has to be somebody else. Not necessarily. This could be you opening up your heart to someone, and yet this person seems to be avoiding you. It might be with the moon energy that this person has some fears going on with them, showing up here. Regardless of that, the universe, I think, is telling you with the love energy. It's almost like this is advising you. If you are feeling that somebody's been avoiding you, you've opened your heart to them, you've told them how you feel, yet they reject you, they've got some hidden fears showing here. I think the universe is actually saying to you, Aries, you know, put on a happy, even if you are feeling rejected, put on a happy face. Because this is somebody putting on a happy face, though they've been rejected with the Five of Coins. So you just got to kind of just deal with it. Put on a happy, even if you feel rejected by this individual, put on a happy face. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from the reading, because I think that with the Queen of Cups energy, that could have been a person, but I think this might be you opening your heart. But somebody is avoiding you. Somebody doesn't want love. Somebody's not interested in love. They're avoiding this because they've got some deep-rooted fears going on. But just, that's their issue. Even if you do feel rejected, put on a happy face. The other thing to say is, if this is you, Aries, rejecting this queen who's opening his or her heart to you, it may be because you've got some deep-seated fears, okay? Regardless of that, this person may still put on a happy face, though this person may be feeling rejected by you. So it could work either way. Okay, so let's very quickly go over the reading again one more time before we finish up and do the spiritual advice. So for your general reading, I would say that this week the universe is trying to advise you and tell you that there are lots of options. There are lots of ways to do something. And there's lots of, because this is multiple as well, there's multiple advice. So multiple Seven of Cups advice available for you, okay? Because some of you guys, you have been afforded great financial security, I think, through a job, through a way of life. And I feel that right now, some of you guys want to leave that for a little bit. You might want to travel. You might want to explore something else. And I think that this week it's saying to you that if this is what you want to do, but you're afraid that you're going to lose it all, or, you know, what if I left this thing and then it failed, or whatever the case is, the universe is saying to you, don't worry about it, because there's multiple There's multiple advice. There's lots of advice you can get on there. And if you are afraid of leaving behind something that has provided great security, just get some advice. Because I think that this person here, get some advice from an expert. Because I think this person will tell you how you can actually protect what you've already built up, okay? The other thing is in work, something you've been waiting for in terms of a new role, a new job, whatever it is. I think you're going to get some news on that with the Page of Coins energy. But I think when you receive the news, Aries, you may be a little bit nervous or a little bit fearful with the Eight of Swords about moving too fast. You don't want to make a mistake. So I would say just to sit and think about it logically, the next step. Finally, somebody might be opening their heart to you, but you may avoid that through a deep-rooted fear of commitment or love or whatever it is. Don't worry about them though. I think they'll still put on a happy face regardless of being rejected. If that's you though, the Queen of Cups, and somebody's been avoided you because they've got some deep-seated fears about commitment, don't worry about it, okay? Because it's not worth it, okay? Even though you may have been rejected, just carry on putting on a happy face, and also carry on putting on a happy face because your dreams and your wishes and your hopes will come to fruition. All right, let's quickly look at the spiritual card. Your spiritual card is the Forgiveness Heals card. So forgiveness heals, and the advice is forgive yourself and others. Let go of the old story. Release any guilt and blame. Everyone is doing the best they can. This includes you. Kickstart the healing process by surrendering all the judgment and hurt. Your health and happiness will thank you. That might come into this, especially if you have been rejected here through some deep-seated, somebody who's got a deep-rooted fear of commitment. Well, it's saying forgive it. Just forgive it. Put on a happy face. Even if you're feeling rejected, just put on a happy face. Okay? So there's forgiveness in itself. All right, my darlings, that is your reading. If you'd like to order a private reading, click on the link in the comments section or the end screen. Take care. Have a great week. Bye-bye.